Hey, bless up, y'all. King Kevin in the building. For a long time, I've always liked seeing justice served, because being black, being born and raised here in America, my cultural roots are in Haiti and West Africa. I've always been one looking for justice and hoping that we will find justice somehow, some way. Now, recently, Donald Trump, the president, just made, uh, a public speech last week regarding Black History Month and, acknowledging the contributions that Black people have made in America, to develop, build, to make America the superpower that it is today. There's a whole lot of information, a whole lot of history behind that. But it wasn't just African Americans here in America that contributed to the growth and development and expansion of America. You also have to consider the Haitians that fought during the American Revolutionary War against Britain, who volunteered, and also the fact that America would not be the size it is today, you know, because of the Louisiana Purchase. That when Napoleon lost to Haiti in the Haitian Revolution in a 13-year battle, he had to sell the 13, 15 states in the Midwest, Louisiana, parts of Texas, Wyoming, Colorado, North Dakota, South Dakota, southern province of Canada. There's a few other states, but you get the point. Now, when Trump made the speech, he mentioned that they're going to build a garden to give reverence to the Black American heroes. All right, great. Once a month, once a year, during the month of February, there's an emphasis on celebrating Black history. Now, we're not even going to get into him slashing civil rights. What the civil rights era, what the Americans fought for, protested, Martin Luther King, 1965 Civil Rights Act, the fact that he was assassinated in 1968, 1960, April 4th, 1968, the rioting and, um, you know, but he mentions he's going to give a statue or statues in honor of African Americans at the Garden of Heroes, Garden of American Heroes, or whatever name he calls it. The name of it is National Garden of American Heroes. So there's going to be some Black folks being thrown in there: Rosa Parks, Martin Luther King, Booker T. Washington, Frederick Douglass, yada yada. Even Kobe Bryant. He said, a quote unquote, the American people love Kobe Bryant. And he understands that Black folks, we love our sports and our sports heroes. You see how crazy people are going over Travis Hunter and his fiance situation. So the African Americans, that's their golden child, and they want to protect him and keep him so they can marry a Black woman. And he may not marry a Black woman. A lot of Black athletes, they choose women from other cultures and races. Kendrick Lamar, he has a Hispanic, girlfriend, wife. Travis Hunter, his fiance, she's Hispanic. Kobe Bryant, his, ex-wife, and she's definitely not Black. I think she's either Italian or Spanish, whatever case may be. Beautiful women. But my point is, no talks about reparations, but plenty of talks of statues. So they will give African Americans statues, concerts, museums, but no mention about reparations. I'm going to go down a list of a few incidents and massacres that happened in America. You know what I'm saying? The Elaine massacre back in 1919 was a huge slaughter of Black farmers just trying to get proper prices and policies put in place so they can get treated respectfully, for their agricultural goods, and they're being cheated and robbed. And this is in Arkansas, and they stayed in the land that their ancestors were enslaved in, and they were getting robbed by the white farmers who was overcharging them or underpaying them first of all, and overcharged them for seeds and supplies, but underpaying them for their goods. So they stood default. They got slaughtered and killed for that, and some were in prison, and then they end up winning cases going all the way to the Supreme Court. And some of them even won their trial, surprisingly. Now another one, Tulsa, Oklahoma, 1921. 4 days of just people getting killed, slaughtered. About 300 African Americans were killed. And Lane Massacre, there's about 250, 270. But Tulsa, Oklahoma, over 300 black folks were killed, 1,500 properties gone, millions of dollars just destroyed, gone away. Black Wall Street in Oklahoma just lost everything. They were self-sufficient, doing their own thing, being prosperous, and the folks couldn't stand that. And they lost everything. They've been fighting for reparations. As a matter of fact, the last 3 survivors, they all 3 are dead now, but the last 3 survivors had a congressional meeting a couple years ago in Washington, giving their testimony about what happened and what they witnessed when they were little kids. Now, mind you, these people were 100 plus years old, before they died. And it was 2 men, 1 woman. They all testified, still no reparations. Living witnesses. You know what I'm saying? But they say, oh, there's no witnesses, nothing, no evidence tying, white folks with, the massacres of people, and there's no effect. But it's funny how there are always statute of limitations when it comes to white on black crime. You feel me? They are, okay, this happened 100 years ago. We don't owe them anything. That was a long time ago. We have nothing to do with it. But you prospered tremendously through the enslavement and robbery of people's property. And that's why they did a massacre in Elaine to get their land, and also in Tulsa, Black Wall Street. Now, MLK riot happened 1968. You guys know, what happened then. But let me tell you something. Rosewood in Florida happened 1923. Now, in 1923, these people, someone claimed that the, black guy assaulted a white woman and all hell broke loose. Now, in American history, only Rosewood received some sort of reparations. And you had to prove all these other things, but they actually got some sort of financial compensation for what they lost. But that's 1 out of maybe 50 massacres in U.S. history. Martin Luther King assassinated, April 4th, 1968. Right after this assassination, James Brown, who's already booked in Boston, was like, okay, they was going to cancel it, but he's like, no, let's not cancel. Let's try to get the people to stay home. Let me perform. So he convinced the mayor at the time, Mayor Kevin, and they allowed him to perform. But no reparations. So what I'm saying to you guys is, and the family obviously has been working on suing the federal government. No matter what happens, they always want to give us some sort of public, benefit, museum, statue, etc., etc. Tulsa, Oklahoma situation with the Black Wall Street massacre, they gave them a museum. Mind you, in Tulsa, you can't even talk. In Oklahoma, you can't even talk about the Black Wall Street massacre. They would, you know what I'm saying? Teachers would get banned or lose their license. There's laws against it. So if and this goes to FBA, the Foundational Black, what is it? Americans, Fundamental Black Americans, whatever you want to call yourselves. The government already given you guys a few names: African American, blacks, Negroes, nigger, colored, et cetera, et cetera. But it came to my attention that even though they gave Tulsa this museum and they're not allowed them to speak, if you can't get reparations for Tulsa, Oklahoma, all the evidence, pictures, videos, um, recordings, you know what I'm saying, testimonies. How are we gonna get reparations? And I'm saying how are we, because you know what I'm saying, y'all still my brothers and sisters, regardless of FBAs or ignorant. How are you gonna get reparations from slavery if you can't get reparations from Tulsa, Oklahoma? As a matter of fact, they got to take this to the Supreme Court, and hopefully the Supreme Court will hear them out. But the state Supreme Court rejected them. But how are you gonna get reparations if you can't get reparations with living witnesses? How? It's not gonna happen. They take African Americans for a joke. They take black people for a joke, period, no matter what island, what country you're in. Now I want to give a mention to the Herero and the Namibia people of Africa, southern region of Africa. Now Germany gave an extermination order, and this was in, I want to say 1908. 1908. Germany gave an extermination order, and for 4 days, they tortured, killed, starved out, took away the water, have them dying of thirst, rounded them up, you know, this area, shot the rest of them who were alive. They killed 75,000 people. 75,000 people. In 2021, Germany finally agreed to give reparations of $1.1 billion to them. But this was for development money, because obviously they see the destruction and the devastation they have caused, not to mention the stolen land. They offered them 1.1 billion. I say offered because the Namibia people, the people of Namibia, they said, "No, we're not doing that. We'll take the money, but more importantly, we'll take our land back. We want our land back." Because they understand land is the root of prosperity. Even no matter where you're at in the world, you need land. Because when you got your own land, can nobody kick you out. You got your own land, can nobody tell you what to do in your own land. Can nobody put you out in the street on your own land. If you want to be out in the street in your own land, you do that to yourself and sleep outside your house or sleep, you know, on the land, but can nobody kick you out. And I give much respect to those people because they had the self-respect of rejecting, you know, this 1.1 billion, because that money could have been in for the time span of 30 years. They're going to break it down to payments. But the people wanted Germany, the government, to sit down and let's negotiate. We don't just want your money. We want our land back, because y'all stole our money and stole our land. But you're only going to give us some money? The money could go away like this, but land is generational blessings. So, the reason why I brought this up was because we must do something regarding what Trump administration is doing. They taking away civil rights. They are stripping programs, DIE programs, diversity, equity, and inclusion programs. But you want to give statues, no reparations, no college scholarships, no land back, but statues and museums and concerts. They gave Tulsa, Oklahoma a museum, but no reparations. They gave, you know, America a concert with James Brown, but no reparations. Elaine Massacre, they ain't get nothing. So there will continue to be a legacy of white folks laughing at us, white supremacist, racist individuals, because they know we are behind enemy lines. We are only considered Americans here in America because we were born in America. Now they took that away. So if you come from a foreign country, you had your child here, your child is not automatically considered American anymore. And that's a fundamental right in America. So we could continue battling each other, you know, between the different cultures that black people come from, whether it be Bahamas, whether it be Haiti, whether it be Trinidad, Jamaica, or African American. But at the same time, they all laughing at us. Period. We are now. I want to keep this in mind, y'all. They may have attacked the Hispanics, the Mexicans, the Guatemalans, Puerto Ricans, illegal immigrants. And then they went after Haitians and the Jamaicans, and I just read Portia from Love and Hip Hop. Her husband getting sent back to Nigeria. They may be attacking these folks next, but you know who will be next though? African Americans, because now they're gonna start looking, just pulling anybody over to prove that you are American. Go to your job, they're arresting people that are American. You got to prove yourself. It's another form of harassment. So even though they're deporting my people, they're gonna be harassing your people, giving you guys a hard time. We need to unite. That's the whole point of this video. Forget the statues, forget the concerts, forget the museums. We want reparations, form of scholarships, no taxes, us, being, you know what I'm saying, exempt from taxes from how many years, decade, maybe 5 years, whatever case may be. Scholarships for our children, land, houses, and stocks in different, Fortune 500 companies, something. I don't just want the money, because I know most of us, we get that money, it's gone with the wind. You know what I'm saying? Gone with the wind. We need long-term stability, long-term prosperity and stability. We won't get it in concerts and museums. And I can't believe black folks just clapping like it's all good and yeah, you know what I'm saying? Hey, good, go for Trump. Yeah. All the maggots, yeah, great job, Trump. Because he named names and saying gonna give us a statue. But what about our civil rights and the programs that gave us a little benefit and advantage from all the decades and centuries of disadvantages here in America? Anyway, my name is King Kevin. Go to KevinDorival.com. These are my books behind me. You see on the turntable. And hopefully this will be a prosperous year for all of us. 2025. Peace.